Welcome back to Soul Renovation. I'm Adeline Atlas, 7 times published author. Don't let society make you hate all the things you love about yourself. Definition: self-rejection is a learned response programmed by societal systems that profit from your insecurity. Real freedom begins when you unlearn that programming and choose to reclaim your original essence, untouched, unedited, and unapologetic. Don't let society make you hate all the things you love about yourself. This is one of the most sinister games being played on people right now. The slow erosion of identity, masked as fitting in, being realistic, toning it down, or staying humble. But let's be real. A lot of what society calls humility is just learned self-hatred in disguise. And if you're not conscious, it'll get in your system. It'll start making you question the very parts of yourself that were meant to set you apart. You ever notice how they start when you're young? They don't want you too loud. Don't want you too curious. Don't want you asking too many questions. Don't want you confident. Don't want you different. So what do? They label. Too much. Too sensitive. Too intense. Too emotional. Too opinionated. And over time, if you're not grounded, you believe them. You cut your voice in half to make them comfortable. You shrink your energy to stay accepted. You dull your shine so no one feels insecure standing next to you. But here's the real trap. The moment you conform, they still criticize you. Because the goal was never for you to be accepted. The goal was for you to be owned, managed, controlled, designed in their image. That's the game. So when I say, don't let society make you hate the things you love about yourself, I'm talking about soul memory. I'm talking about how they try to edit the very essence you were born with, your fire, your weirdness, your wild, your softness, your soul power. All of it is divine, and all of it is under attack the moment you enter a world that doesn't know what to do with originality. Look at the systems. Every industry is built on convincing you something's wrong with you. Beauty says you need more product. Health says you need more pills. Success says you need more status. Religion says you need more guilt. And media? Media says you're never enough, unless you're trending, filtered, viral, and politically correct. So what happens? You start editing yourself out of your own life. You stop dancing because someone laughed. You stop speaking because someone criticized. You stop dreaming because someone called it unrealistic. And little by little, you become a watered-down version of who you came here to be. A carbon copy, an NPC, a soul on mute. But let me remind you, the real you is loud. The real you is magnetic. The real you is so full of source energy that systems had to convince you to disconnect just so they could sell it back to you at a markup. That confidence you had as a kid, that wasn't arrogance. That was truth. That boldness, that wasn't rebellion. That was authenticity. That energy, that wasn't too much. It was uncaged power. So ask yourself, what part of yourself have you started to hate? Not because it was harmful, but because it was powerful. Because it intimidated someone else's insecurity? Because it reminded someone of their own silence, their own stuckness, their own spiritual debt? You don't owe it to society to soften. You don't owe it to culture to conform. You don't owe it to anyone to turn your crown into a cap, just so they feel tall enough to walk beside you. You owe it to your soul to remember who you were before the world got involved. That version of you that danced in the mirror. That asked why instead of accepting what. That wore what felt good, not what sold well. That said no without guilt, and yes, without fear. That version of you wasn't broken. She was whole, and she's still there. You just have to excavate her from beneath the layers of shame, programming, and projection. Because here's the truth. Self-love is a revolution. Not the bubble bath kind, the soul reclamation kind. The kind where you look in the mirror and say, I'm not sorry for being bright. I'm not sorry for being loud. I'm not sorry for being deep. I'm not sorry for being intense. I'm not sorry for taking up space. And when society tries to mute you again, don't shrink. Double the volume. When they mock you, get louder. When they doubt you, go harder. When they call you too much, remind them, I wasn't made for your measure. You are not here to be liked. You are here to be lit. And anything that dims your fire is not love. It's manipulation. It's design. It's a spiritual virus trying to delete the original code you came here with. So protect it, guard it, reclaim it, rebuild it. Because the parts of you they tried to break, that's where your calling lives. That's where your power breathes. Don't let society steal that. This was just the surface. Inside the School of Soul Vault, I go all in. No filters, no fluff. Monthly access to the real teachings that change your life. You in or what?